everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lizzie. I hope you're doing well. I hope you got to see wherever you live the cold moon or the full moon in Virgo. I'm a Virgo, so I pay attention especially to this moon. But if you're earth sign, you can, I feel the same for Capricorn and Taurus moons because we're all in the same sign. But anyway, make sure you check it out. It's pretty nonetheless. This is a pick a pile. Only 2 options this time for what are your spiritual gifts? What is your life purpose? What does Spirit want to know or want to tell you about yourself? Sorry about my hair. I had it in a braid, so it's funky. I just put this headband on so it looks like I did something with it. It's a pretty headband though. It's got flowers on it. I like it. Anyway, where was it? Oh yeah, this is a pick a pile. Only 2 choices this time, so vibe out to the object. What was I gonna say? I can't remember, so I guess it's not that important. Anyway, if you want to know what your life purpose is, if you have spiritual gifts, this reading is for you. It's a collective all signs reading. You don't have to be a specific sign. Just pay attention to each of the items and pick which one calls to you the most. So the first pile 1 is the cross. It says, love is patient, love is kind, love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:4, I think it says at the bottom. So basically it's the love is patient. Also another dollar holler. Super cute to add to your garden. Just sticking somewhere. I'm using them for pick a piles though. If this cross is calling to you, look at all the details. You can look up the rest of the quote if you want to pause it. Pile number 2 is walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. I say 5.7. It's not how you're supposed to say it, but I'm a weirdo. So are you love is patient, pile 1, or walk by faith, pile 2? Pause if you need more time. Just let it call to you. Sometimes closing your eyes and the first one you see when you open your eyes is yours, or you can close your eyes and use your finger to land on one. I use that technique sometimes. Whatever way works for you, pause it, do your thing. I'm going to put them down in a second, so I'd pause it right now if you need more time. Pile 1, pile 2. Alright, I'm going to take a drink real fast and zen out, and we'll be right back with pile 1. Not that you really notice. Hi there, pile 1. You picked the Love is Patient. I love that poem. I don't know if I'd say it at my wedding, but I like it. A lot of people do say it at their weddings. Okay. Nothing has been pre-drawn. I'm doing this all live. I have 2, 4, 6 decks on this side, 2, 4, 5 on the other side. So I'm just going to draw them. I'll tell you each deck I'm using, and I'm going to do a layer. Actually, we should start backwards so I can read it right. Starting with Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. It looks like this. Super cute. This will be the base. I already shuffled them and split them 3 times just to save myself a little time. This is what is your spiritual gifts? What is your life purpose? What does Spirit want to tell you about your gifts in your life? Try to do a different theme every night. Last night was connect to a deceased loved one. The night before that was a twin flame check-in. Tonight is what are your spiritual gifts? Tomorrow will probably be like talking about your past lives. Just to switch it up, you know. Nobody likes the same stuff all the time. Next is Oracle of Unicorns. You can get this bigger and thicker cards, but I'm a cheapskate and I got the little, I just like the little ones because it's easier for me to shuffle, especially when they're like cards, like a deck of cards. I have little hands, so I like the little deck. Spirit's very tight-lipped. their spiritual gifts and their life purpose. Spiritual, thank you. All right. Next is, again, you can get these bigger. Of course, I wanted handheld. And I got these off Wish.com. They took like 2 months to get here, but they were way cheaper. Life Purpose Oracle cards. I won't order off Wish.com ever again because they use child labor. And I'm not cool with that. Nope. I'm not sure if all products are child labor, but the fact that they sell things made by children enslaved to their parents' debt, I'm not cool with that. I wouldn't suggest ordering from Wish.com, besides the fact it takes like half a year to get to you. And you never get what you ordered or what it looks like. It's a scam, people. It's a scam. Okay. Next we have my little handheld, very teeny Making Magic. I got this on Amazon. Super teeny, but I like it. Very easy to shuffle. Not really easy to mix them up good. Easy to shuffle this way, not easy to shuffle when you're trying like regular. I don't know what I'm saying. You get it, right? Jeez. My brains, I don't know where they are today. I feel like today's Sunday. For some reason. Not that I'm pushing for the weekend to end. Alright, so next one is same, made by the same people, I think. Or the same company at least. Very small chakra love. The backs are pretty. They're all different designs as well. And last for this side before we get into it is the Zodiac Oracle. This one also got on Amazon. These will be talking more about your, it might be your birth signs, but mostly your personality through each sign that comes out or planet. Okay, well, let's get into it, shall we? Let's Let's start with your zodiac. We have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so you're a very passionate person. You're driven by your desires. For some of you, it's going different ways. You might be a good warrior, like actual warrior in the military, cop, anything like that, because you're very, so always standing like, what, bitch, what do you want? You're not getting in here. Like defending people. Like, what's your problem? That's all I can think of right now, but you're just like, you're not somebody who takes anyone's shit. You're very fiery. Not necessarily like you're out here looking for trouble, but if someone comes with trouble, you're like the front of the line in front of everyone, like, what? You want to fight? Fine, you can fight me, not anybody else. You're very protective and defensive as well of those that you love. You're very mysterious. You're also moon-based. So if you're trying to manifest, I've been manifesting over these last 2 nights with the full moon. Full moon phases are important. I feel like you do a lot of like releasing pent-up feelings and thoughts around the moon. You're very mysterious as well. Maybe you help people snap out of their illusions in some sense. Uranus, you're very stubborn. Very prideful at times. But it's because you're confident in your skin. You know who you are. You know what you like and what you don't like, and you're not afraid to say so. It's not necessarily a bad thing. The sun. Ooh, okay, so this is kind of crazy. You have the sun and the moon. These are 2 totally different ends of the spectrum, which means you... like you're very happy and positive and a light worker even with this bright light, but you're also mysterious and you're also good at helping people see the truth. So you're kind of like a yin and yang within yourself. It's like you have both types of personalities in one body. And because you're ruled by your passion, I guess this would mean like you're a chameleon. You can really adapt to any kind of situation. Whatever you need to be. If you need to be calm, you're calm. If you need to be feisty, you're feisty. You're somebody who adapts well. This is a very rare soul because either you're moon-based or you're sun-based. It's very rare that you have both in your personality, at least. So it's like at times you can be... Sorry, I'm so winded. I'm sick again. That's why I'm forced inside for a few weeks. But I don't have corona. It's just my body hurts. And I feel like somebody with like a band around the ribbies. It's like hard to take a deep breath. So if you just hear me go, sorry about that. I'm dying a little bit. But anyway... let me get a clarifier because they're taking me... Talk to me more about the sun. It's very rare that I come across the sun and the moon. I'm more of a moon-based myself. People find me mysterious. Kind of a wallflower, stay in the background. Okay, Pisces. You're ruled by your feelings. That's why you got Sagittarius and water. So, like I said, you can be feisty, like I will defend my people till the end, but you also feel a lot. You have a lot of empathy and a lot of emotions. So your sun side is you're passionate, feisty, spontaneous, just go with it, hell or high water part of your personality. And then you have moon over here that you feel very deeply, very compassionate, mysterious. Like you can be a wallflower and you can be an A-lister all in one. It just really depends on the day and the situation you're in. Sometimes you prefer to stay in the shadow and be quiet, and sometimes you prefer to be in the spotlight. All right, let's talk about your chakras. Fearlessness, yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Not afraid of anything or anyone. You are somebody who's very defensive of those you love. You'd make a great warrior. You probably did a lot of fighting when you were younger. If it wasn't physical fighting, it's definitely verbal fighting. you're just very strong. People know not to mess with you or are scared to mess with you because you're not somebody that takes anyone's shit. If they try to belittle people you love, you're like, look at yourself. You know what I mean? But if somebody comes at you in the wrong way, you are the first one to say, hey, check your attitude. Don't talk to me like that. You're very dominant as far as personality goes. They're afraid to rock the boat with you. But you're also, again with that moon, you can bring the peacefulness. You can also be the one that's like, all right, everybody calm down. Let's not fight. Let's not do this. You know, we all love each other. We need to get along. It depends on if this person is an outsider and somebody you're not going to have a lot of contact with, or just somebody you're just royally fed up with and not worth giving any more chances to. Then you become feisty, hot sun self. But I feel like if you're working with coworkers or you're dealing with people in your family, generally people you care about, you don't like to fight with them, so you're the peacemaker. That's why you're sun and moon. You can really pour the water on it like a Pisces and calm the situation, or you can be a Sagittarius and come in hot. It really depends. I think people don't really know what they're going to get with you. Your personality is something that changes quickly. Every day is different. Not that you're a hard person to know or love or anything like that. It just really depends on that day, your feelings. You're ruled by your emotions. Out of chaos comes creation. So you're somebody that does well in chaos. You're not afraid of a little chaos. You're not afraid of some drama. Like, especially when you're in that sun side of yourself and you're being feisty or you're out front and center. You're confident. You're not afraid. Even on your moon side, when you're being a wallflower, you're still going to be somebody who sticks up for others and not afraid to be the voice in the back of the room like, I think that's bullshit. You're just that kind of person. Chaos, you understand well, and more than most, that sometimes people just need to fight it out. Like, I'm coming to the motto my grandpa used to say, like when he was growing up, if two males were fighting or two females were fighting, let them go outside and fight it out. Once they get that fighting out, then they can sit down and talk to each other. But we've done everything. They just want to kill each other. So go out there and let them get rowdy. And then at the end of it, we can talk. I feel like that's the kind of person you are. It's just like, let them fight it out. Just let it overflow. Let them scream at each other, because then we can get to the bottom of what the real issues are. You're not afraid to stir up some drama. The only illusion is separation. You're the kind of person, if you're upset with someone, you're not going to go, like, sit on it or avoid them. You're going to face it head on right then and there. Like, you did this, I don't appreciate it, or I think we need to talk. You're not somebody that drags things out or likes to, like, if somebody's mad at you, you're like, no, we're going to sit down and talk about this right now. We're not going to go off into our corners. Like, you just want to deal with issues right then and there. You don't like to sit on them. You will have a successful career, though, because you're very driven. So I feel like we're getting more into your career than personality. Dragonfly, you help people adapt, change. You bring light into this world. So you are a light worker. You're very grounded with this earth. Jeez, you got all the elements. Fire, water, earth. No air yet. But oh my fucking God, it was at the end. So you are all the elements. So not only do you have sun and moon, you have all the fucking elements. You're a chameleon, which is very unique. You could really do anything and go anywhere as long as you're passionate and you're feeling happy about what you're doing. Labyrinth, yeah. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibrations. You'd make a great life coach. Public speaker, self-help speaker. I'm like seeing someone up on stage and like telling people how to get jobs and how to be successful and have that power aura about you. But you are up in your head at times. You're grounded, but you're very thoughtful. Sometimes you get in that moon energy where you go off and it's not because you don't want to deal with anyone, you're just thinking about an idea. You could even be an inventor here. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Yeah, you're somebody who follows your passions. You trust your intuition, and you're not somebody who's going to question why you're thinking about certain things or why you feel passionate about things. You're just going to go see where it goes. Traveler, move in a new direction. You could constantly be moving around, not somebody who likes to settle in one spot, more like a nomad. So for your work, you could be traveling a lot. Winter, take care of your needs. You could even be like a traveling nurse, traveling speaker, like I said, traveling businessman with your inventor personality. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. You could even be someone that comes in and does those seminars to bring coworkers closer. You could come in and what are those called? It's like they all come together and they want people to stop using drugs. What is that called? Fuck, it's escaping my brain. Where they try to convince them to go to rehab. You could be one of those. Could even be an iTech support person. You could travel around being a fighter because they do feel that strong. So you could be like an MMA. You could go around for competitions. You could be a traveling healer or use healing techniques from all around the world. Like, you're a chameleon, so I'm not really sure what to say just yet. Freedom, yeah. You don't like being held down in one spot. Being in one area is not conducive to your soul. You like to travel. I mean, you might have a house somewhere, but I feel like you're the person that doesn't like to be home. You like to go where you're pulled and needed. You're somebody who takes action. You're not a procrastinator. You're not someone that's going to sit on thoughts and feelings. You really go for things in life. You follow your intuition. You have a strong sense of self. You know who you are. You trust yourself. You have that confidence most lack, which is beautiful. Yeah, you're somebody who goes with the flow. Like, a little chaos isn't going to bother you. You don't need an ultimate schedule or a plan. You're a chameleon. You get along. I'm getting like those cockroach vibes. I don't mean this in a bad way, but cockroaches live through more than any other species. Like, you could crush them, you can put them in the microwave, whatever. Those suckers just don't die. You're the kind of person that just going to go into the flames and be like, all right, well, let's deal with this. Head on. You'd make a great fireman. You'd make a great police officer. Somebody who deals with chaos all the time. And not needing a schedule, which I envy because I'm a Virgo. You have a great imagination. How you do your work, it is in a very creative way. It's like you picture yourself getting out of it and then you just do it. You don't question your instincts, whether it's going to be dumb or what people are going to think or if it might or might not work. You get an idea and you try to create it. Again, I'm getting the inventor vibe here. Yeah, you're very abundant. You're very successful in what you do. You have a successful career in something, or you will. Yoga. You could be a traveling, I said traveling shaman earlier, but you could be a traveling fitness instructor, a traveling trainer, or you could help people center themselves and work on their aura. Very calm. Maybe you like to do yoga to center yourself. You could work with crystals, so you could be some kind of healer here. Mind, body, soul healer. Again, you go where your heart tells you to go. You might work all different kinds of careers in your life, whatever you feel like doing at the time. You've had lots of career change, or you will have a career change soon. Again, referencing the fact that you just follow your heart. Like, you could be an inventor and invent something. You could go be a shaman. You could be a ultimate fighter. You could be a trainer. You could be a life coach. It just feels like whatever you feel like doing at the time is what you're going to go and do. And when you get bored with it, you move on. You could be a sensitive medium or an empath here. You follow emotions. You know how to read emotions well. You could even be a writer. Maybe you write self-help books and authors, and traveling to places helps you write about whatever you need to write about. Maybe you're like a tourism writer, anything like that as well. Let's get some more because you're getting interesting. Let me lay this down backwards so I read it right. So we're going to start with the enchanted map, which I haven't used in a while. I already shuffled and split them. I got this on Amazon if you're wondering. Why am I putting them upside down? Weirdo. You're the most complex one I've ever read, I think. Usually they stay in one area, but like I said, you really could do anything you want. Next on the bottom here, we're using the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I usually use that for Halloween, but I felt like using it today. One more of these. Alright, next, I haven't really used these in a long time, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not very fond of these cards, but Buddhism reading cards. I like to try my hand on all different kinds of things. Felt like pulling it out today and giving it a whirl. I don't like using the same decks all the time. I get bored myself. Next, we have Season of the Witch. Oops. Oracle. All these I got on Amazon. Sheesh. This one's speaking. Hey, Hat. I have so much St. Patrick's Day stuff. More than any other holiday. So I used to collect it. I'll do one more. I knew that was going to come out. I saw it earlier. Should have said something. And last but not least, we have Starry Beginnings. Jeez, too many. It's half the deck. Two more. Alright. More than I was gonna, but I'll take it. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? We have Be Free, Receive Abundance. All that you desire is achievable. Yeah, anything you desire and go for, you are at a success at. You're kind of like a prodigy, a jack of all trades, master of none. Let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. Yeah, you follow what you love. What you're feeling passionate about, that gets all of your attention. But I feel like you have a very short attention span for some things. You like to just move on and try new things. You need a challenge, basically. You are unlimited. What you can create is unlimited. Yeah, you can do anything you freaking want. Pile 1. Little chameleon. Stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. So if you're wondering if you're on the right path, Spirit's coming in to tell you you are. You're kind of somebody who's meant to do a lot of different things. So it might not make sense to other people, but as long as you feel good about it, you're going to be successful in it. Explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. I don't feel like you're the kind of person that suffers from lack of confidence. But I feel like sometimes when you start a new journey, you do get a little fearful that maybe you're doing something that isn't meant for you. But you're an explorer. You need, like I said, you need maybe even a little healthy competition. You need to be tested. You like the thrill of new things. But you don't like to waste your time and money on things. So sometimes you drag your feet a little, wondering if you're making the right choice. But it's not about lack of confidence. It's more about I don't want to be a failure, if that makes sense. Enjoy where you are, for soon you will be somewhere else. Yeah, you're a traveler. You don't stay in one spot for long. You're a nomad. Miracles happen. Give the universe your clear intention. You can manifest anything. So not only are you a chameleon, you are a powerful manifester. Go you, pile 1. You're very authentic. You're always going to be authentic. You're going to say how you feel, no matter who it upsets or intimidates. You're a very strong personality. Potions and spells. So you could make medicine here, or you could be a shaman as well. But this also talks about if you're not into Wicca, this is like you build things from the ground up. You're good at building things, healing things. Dark moon. You might help people deal with their like depression, anxiety, releasing grief, dealing with, you could even be like an exorcist here. They move around a lot, helping people deal with what ails them in a spiritual sense. Nature spirit. You're very connected to the place you're in at the time you're in it. You like nature. You like scenic things. Having beautiful views around you helps inspire you. You like to go with the flow as well. You like to be kept on your toes. I feel like it scares you to settle down and start growing roots because you are such a nomad. Owl. Behold sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. You could even be a traveling ghost hunter here, looking for evidence of the supernatural, but you're very connected to spirit. Ooh, mischief. You create a little trouble where you go. Or this is you embracing that fiery keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. You might, I feel like you, I don't know why I'm getting this strong, like a ghost hunter. Like you go around traveling, trying to poke the spirits to get evidence here, or to draw them out, because you have haunted. You help people who are haunted. You might be an exorcist, or you might be somebody who goes and helps with haunted properties, or just studies haunted properties. All Hallows Eve, yeah. Call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast in an unforgiven howl as you stomp your might through the ground. You're very strong with your gifts. You walk between the living and the dead. You could be a medium as well. Let's get into your Buddhism cards. I like the back. They have cute little art. Sometimes it gives me more seeing this one meditate, working on giving and receiving here. But it has patience. At the end of a way is freedom. Till then, patience. Patience is a fine, noble quality. It implies that everything is possible in the timelessness of space and being, and a deep knowingness reminds you that nothing can fail but your own impatience. Whatever you're working on, you have to be very patient, especially if you're somebody who goes in looking for evidence. You have to wait for the spirits to come to you, or if you're working with broken people, you have to wait till they're ready to talk to you. It's like you help people give and receive, but you have to meditate and be calm because it takes great patience. It's a pretty one. I'm just seeing confidence. You're a happy person. Pure livelihood. Your work is to discover your world, and then with all your heart give yourself to it. Inside each of us there's a longing to do work that helps others experience greater happiness and joy. Work that builds a better world. Consciously choose not to harm others in your work environment and endeavor to find inner joy and job satisfaction in your employment. Know that the love you put into your work will inspire personal growth. So you might help people find their happiness. You could be like a job coach. Or somebody who goes in and helps, like I said, coworkers get along. Consciously choose not to harm others in your work environment. If you are like a ghost hunter or in the spiritual world, it's not like you're out there to antagonize ghosts or get anyone hurt. You're about freedom. Pure livelihood. You could even be a humanitarian as well. Like I said, a chameleon. It's taking me all these different ways because really, ultimately, you decide what you want to be. That's another one. See how their eyes are closed? It's like almost like if somebody's like, relax. Like meditating standing up is what I'm getting. Pure thought. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Buddha said that. Look deep into your heart and question the motivation of your thoughts, as well as their truthfulness. Do they lead to happiness? When you can remove your own personal fantasy stories from your thoughts, you will be able to embrace reality simply as it is and understand that there is a divine purpose to everything that happens to us. You might work with the mentally ill as well, helping them separate what is fear or fantasy and what is reality. You could be any kind of counselor, really, helping people discover their truth, what's fear and what's fact. It's pretty. It's like your third eye is always open. Letting go. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Hermann Hesse said that. Letting go simply means allowing things to be as they are without constantly struggling to control or resist an outcome of continually reminding yourself of an unhappy past event or a negative emotion. You help people let go of their pain and trauma, in some sense. Whether it's a spiritual world, whether it's with mental health. You help people find their release. Alright, we have shallow grave. You miss someone. You could help people with grief. You could be a grief counselor as well. Or you could help the dead communicate with the living. You could be a traveling medium. Ghost of the past. The past returns for a time. Help people deal with past traumas, past childhood, or again, referencing you deal with the past as in deceased spirits. Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. I feel like drama surrounds you sometimes. You could even be in the public eye. You live a very glamorous life, even if it's not, if you don't think it's glamorous, other people would. Fairy of the divine hand. Intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. So you could help people with drug or alcohol addiction. Helping them really see that they need to get some help. Interventionist. That's what the word I was thinking. You could be somebody who travels to give interventions. You could be like a Dr. Drew type of person. Grumpy Red Fairy. Be true to yourself. You are always true to yourself. You know who you are. You're not somebody who lacks, like, I don't know who I am or where I fit in this world. You never really question it. Like, if I'm not fitting in this area, it's because it's not for me. It's not my thing. I need to move on. You know who you are. You're not someone who's going to transform just to appease other people. Nautilus Princess. Powerful personal growth. So whatever you're doing, you're helping people transform. Coaches of any kind, really, you could do. You set forth an intention. Helping people change, helping spirits cross, because it's really taking me all over the map here. You could help people in their home to find center in themselves. There's really nothing you can't do, pile number one. We got ghost lands. You go where things are have died, dried up, hopeless, and you come back in and you try to bring life to it. Again, I'm definitely getting spiritual work here because you have home, ghost lands. You could deal with haunted houses, haunted people, people with addictions. You could go to their home and help them get through detoxing. Golden Palace. You help people realize that their body and their mind is their temple. Movement in reverse. People who don't know where to go from here, there's no movement being made in their lives, this is when you come in. Because you are somebody who has a lot of movement. You're a nomad. But you deal with people who stay in one spot. That's basically what it's saying. Yeah, dry desert. That they don't know where to go with their life. They don't know how to get out of their issues or their problems. They don't know how to get help, or they're not getting the help they need. Their life is falling apart. Their bodies are falling apart. This is when you come in. You give them encouragement. Hold their hand through it. Give them the faith and inspiration that they can change their life here. Because you are a magical healer. You are working in the spiritual realm. You're an empath. You can really speak to people and they listen. You're tough, so it's like if they want to give up, you're not going to let them. You fill the river back up from this dry desert. You take that mirage in their mind and you bring water back to their land and their life. See how they are before they met you? Everything's dried up, no hope. They're not moving forward. And look at this. Things are flowing and green and lush. Bring their life back. You give them strength to change their life. You're a very strong person in yourself as well. And you're committed to helping those who need you. You're kind of like Nanny McPhee. When you need me, I will stay. When you no longer need me, I will go. That's the best way to describe it, but holy shit. Pile number one, you are an interesting soul, and I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope you found it helpful. If it resonated, if it called to you, please give me a thumbs up below. Talk to me in the comments. Hit the subscribe button so you have access to all my new stuff, and you will help my channel grow. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys. Be well out there. Hi there, Pile 2. You picked Walk by Faith, Not by Sight. Super cute. Alright, I didn't draw anything ahead of time, so all of this will be live. And I have 6 decks over here and 5 over here. So I'm going to lay out all 6 decks from this side. Then I'll read to you what I see, and then I'll move on and draw again, and then read it out to you. So, I'm going to do this from the ground up so I can read it. We're starting with angels and ancestors, and I got a hiccup, so this is going to be a good one. I shuffled them in between and split it just to save myself some time. Take a little break from talking. Try to do a little bit of a different reading every night instead of doing the same stuff all the time. Last night was connect to a deceased loved one. The night before that was Twin Flame Energy Check-In by Sign. Tonight is what is your spiritual gifts and life purpose. Tomorrow will probably be what was your past life like. I'm going to try to do something by sign per week, grouping it together, or maybe individually. It depends on how I'm pulled to do things. Many. I took a break on it because it was so exhausting to do 12 signs of stuff. But if I'm called to do it, I'm called to do it. Alright, next I'm going to do the Oracle of the Unicorns. You can get these bigger and a thicker cardstock, but I like them small because I have small hands. Next is the Life Purpose Oracle cards. Again, you can get these bigger and a thicker cardstock if you would like. I like the littler ones. Saves room in my library. I already need another set of shelves because they don't fit on the ones I have. I'm always growing and evolving and buying new decks. I don't like to use the same ones all the time. Last pile, this was being tight-lipped too, this deck. In my library, though, I have very few regular tarot cards. I have mostly oracle cards because I am an oracle, not a tarot reader, technically speaking. Oracle is just a fancy word for an intuitive reader. I could use any kind of cards or just pictures to do a reading. I don't need to follow the regular tarot, and I rarely do. Like, I read tarot cards completely different than a tarot reader, somebody you watch who uses regular tarot cards. They're trained to read tarot. I'm trained to be an oracle. It's different. Oracles are individually trained. Don't have many teachers. Tarot readers have many teachers or taught by others. Okay. Next we have, I was like pulling teeth to get that one. Making Magic, cute little deck here. Tell that full moon is so drained today. I slept in and everything, and I feel like I didn't sleep. It's a cleansing moon. A lot of healing done in the cold moon. Releasing. Alright, next up we have Chakra Love. Also a cute little deck. And we got one more on the side and we'll get into your reading. I've just been asked to do things more live for you instead of pre-drawn. I think people are more doubtful when you draw ahead of time, but I'm not somebody who reads it or sets it up. I just draw it like this and I press play, but I get it. You want to see it live. You can fast forward if you're bored with this part. Alright, and last but not least for this side, we have the Zodiac Oracle. This is going to tell me a lot about your personality. It might not be your actual birth sign. It just, we all have all of the signs within our charts mostly. So this is going to talk to me about your personality, like your work ethic, how you communicate, what your attributes are. You learn more about astrology than just birth signs and birth charts. I'm a more of a numerology girl myself. I used to write people's numerology charts by hand, and it took like days to do it. One. Especially when they were doing a numerology chart with like a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend, because then you have to do 2 reports on one. It took forever. Anyway, let's get into it. Whew. Okay. It's got a lot of Earth. You got Virgo and you got Earth. So you're somebody who likes to be grounded. You like to have a schedule. You like to be organized. You could work in analytics, analyzing data, information, people. So you're a very fiery personality or a very passionate person. You're very defensive with this Mars. You could be, you could work in some kind of intelligence as far as war or military. Or you could be like a detective or high up in the psychology aspect. I'm hearing Aries, which is also the god of war, which would make sense coming from Mars. Just, you're very defensive, you're a defender. And then you got Libra with the justice. Could be in the criminal justice. Fighting for people's rights as well. You're very passionate about helping other people, protecting other people, and you're passionate about what you do. Then you have Moon. You're a little distant. You're hard to get to know. I wouldn't say you don't let people in, because you do, but you're very selective about who you let in. You're mysterious. On target. Follow your ideal life path. So you're on target right now, whether you're thinking about starting a new career or you're in a career. Spirit's saying you're on target. Woo, Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. So you could be a medium, a psychic, somebody who is spiritually connected here. Tree of life, true wisdom and making good choices in life. So you're definitely somebody of a high level of intelligence, whether it's a spiritual intelligence, whether it's the study of human beings and psychology, whether it's like lead detective or even a spiritual detective of some kind. Woo. The Trinket of 5, manifesting money and income. Could even be accountant. You could help, or like some kind of financial advisors as well. You could help people get what they need to start businesses. Time to shine creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Could be an investor here. You could work in the stock market. Getting a lot of things for you, pile too. Ooh, third eye chakra, dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. You could be a manifester here. You could be very lucky as far as following your dreams, or you could even be like a talent scout agent of some kind as well, helping people fulfill their dreams or plan and invest in their dreams. Compassion, resolve your conflicts with compassion. Again, with the like police officer, criminal justice, you have compassion for people and you genuinely like to help them. Third eye chakra, signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. You're somebody who pays attention to synchronicities and things that are out of place. You get signs from spirit all the time. You are spiritually connected to this world. Calmness. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. Getting an image like, you know how police officers show up to domestic disputes and like the husband and wife are screaming at each other. One might be hurt. You know, like that's just like a chaotic circus. You're somebody who stays extremely calm. Don't feed the monkey, which is the people around you, not being level-headed. You stay calm. You're very good at being calm under pressure. Foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built on. You could actually build actual foundations for like charity, or you help people restructure their life, plan for their future, have that solid foundation in their mind, body, and soul. Love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. You could be someone like Hitch, helping people find love. You could be one of those people that work for eHarmony that helps people find their match. All right. Let's go up here first. She-wolf. Unleash the wild within. Doesn't mean you have to be female, but you're somebody who... You have a wild side to you. You're very passionate. You're very connected. You could do moon magic again. I'm definitely getting those moon vibes. Spirit fox, trust your talents and changing times. You're good at knowing when to invest. You, like I said, you could really work in stocks, investing, anything like that. You'd be really good at. You know how to read the signs well. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. You could be a spiritual teacher as well, or a counselor. Shaman, life coach. Ooh, white witch, be the light. Maybe you're somebody who practices Wicca. You could actually be a witch of some kind. Powerhouse. Hunter, track down your fears and desires. You're somebody who doesn't run from fear. You hunt it up. You use it as a tool. You help people find what their passions in life and help them go get what they need. We have arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Ooh, you might protect people from spiritual attacks, curses, hexes, anything like that. You're very protective yourself, but you use your gifts to protect others. Hermit, again with referencing Virgo, you're very analytical. You're somebody that needs their own space. You need a spiritual place to come back into yourself and rewind and get out any negativity. You might have a place where you meditate, or just a place for you where you live that you don't allow other energies into. When you go out and you do your work, it takes a lot out of you. So you need a calm place to come back to, if that makes sense. You perform miracles. You could actually be a doctor. You could actually be a life coach. A detective that solves cases. There's really no ending in sight to what you could be. You believe in possibility. You take a chance. That's why you're such a great investor, banker. You could grow literal accounts, or you could help people grow and evolve and transform within themselves. You're all about expansion, making more money, having more success, helping more people, expanding. Help people with rebirth, either starting financially over or rebirth within themselves spiritually. You're somebody who helps people go with the flow in tough times. You could be a business manager of some kind. Woo, you are a healer. You could be a shaman as well. All right. We have yoga. So yeah, like they said, you're somebody who needs to recharge. Whatever work you're doing, it takes a lot out of you spiritually. You're somebody who works outside, works with what is around you. If you're a shaman, you use pieces of earth and nature like I do. Oh, music. You could do sound healing as well, or you could be a magician. You could heal people through music. You could even do what I do. You could be a tarot card reader, psychic. You could be a medium, empath as well. You work in the creative field. So if you're like a talent scout, you could be scouting for music or oracle card readers, mediums, or this is how you unwind as well. You could do artistic things. You are very protective with your guides, but you also help protect other people's soul from like possession, hexes, curses. You protect other people with your gifts. So let's do pile 2 over here, working from the ground up. The enchanted map is first up for the bottom. Again, I already shuffled and cut these to save a little time. All these ones over here I got on Amazon if you're wondering. I will not order from wish.com anymore because they use child labor on some of their products. No bueno. I do not support that. Children should be children, playing and happy and free and getting educations, not working in slave camps. I think most people would agree with that. Alright, so next we have Oracle of Shadows and Light. Walmart has also been popped a few times for using child labor products, but when Walmart finds out, they pull all the products out of their stores and don't sell it anymore. So I wonder if businesses like try to pull the fast one over on people and don't tell them, and then they find out. But Wish.com doesn't stop it. They continue to sell it. I can't support that. Next we have Buddhism reading cards. I haven't used these much. I'm not a big, huge fan of these, but I was called to use them today. I'm not against it. It's just, I'm not a Buddhist by heart. I just like, I try all different faiths. Give it a whirl. There's merit in all kinds of spirituality. Always something to learn. Although, I'm not too keen on cults. Alright, next, Starry Beginnings. Like, I read the Scientology book and I was like, fuck no. Ow. That was a crazy ass religion. I can't believe that. There's a lot of them out there like that, though. The one that shocks me the most is the Mormons. And not so much for their books, but they're the most common for like marrying girls off at 12 to old men. So they have children. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Amish too. Now, can you imagine your daughter being 12 years old and being like, yeah, I'm going to marry this 40-year-old man? No, not my kid. Season of the Witch. I think this is the last one and then I can get into it. I just want to go in there and save all them young little girls and all those babies. But most times they don't want to leave because that's the only thing they know, and they believe that we're all evil. They like brainwash them. Even though we're telling them, like, no, you're 12 years old. That's way too young to be married. You have a whole life ahead of you. They think we're evil. Because that's what they're told from birth. It's just sad. The whole thing makes me sad. There's a whole special on different cult religions. I'm not sure if it's YouTube or Hulu, but it's one of those. It will, like, keep you up at night. Break your heart. I have a hard time not wanting. The Mormons come to my door and you have 30 seconds to get out of my yard. You're not going to like what happens to you. You child touchers. I don't hold back. Fuck that. Poor kids. Alright. Let's start up here. Breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. Let me get some more. You are bright energy. Color uplifts. Okay, so you help people be open and willing to receive love. You might teach breathing techniques for, like, anxiety, I'm getting. And you're a light worker for sure. Following the path of another, your path is being redirected to where it should be. So you're going through a lot of changes at this time. You might feel a little unsteady, a little unstable. Spirit's saying they're just leading you towards your right path. So go with it. Don't fight them. Enjoy where you are, for soon you will be somewhere else. Now it's just about calming and centering yourself. You might not be able to move on right now because of the pandemic, being in isolation. But these crazy times are ending and you're about to start a new journey. So just rest and recoup right now. Explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. Don't be afraid of new beginnings. Don't be afraid to go with your creativity. I feel like you're getting a lot of ideas. You might not know exactly where to go, but you're getting a lot of creative vibes in this time. Maybe that's how you're getting through quarantine. Life is an expression of you. Life is more than existing. That's what you teach people. Life isn't just about surviving the situations that you're in. It's about being happy and loving yourself. Embrace the dark. Shine your true light upon this earth. You help people face their shadow self, face insecurities and things that they need to change about themselves to be better people. See with your heart. The time is now to hear the messages. You help people follow your heart, but you also need to follow your heart. There's some private messages in here for someone out there. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't take it. You are worthy. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself. You help people with self-confidence, raising their vibrations. Definitely getting a strong counselor, life coach, shaman type of vibe. But you still have the criminal justice in there as well. No longer holds power over you. Dissolve attachments of the past with love. You could help, like, victims of sexual assault, rape, child abuse, neglect, really dark things that people have to heal from. You're that kind of person that lifts them up. Definitely psychology or a life coach. It's coming through strong for this one. Ooh, Dark Moon, it came out last reading. You're releasing the past, the dark parts of themselves. I heard narcissistic, so you could help people who are narcissists become more compassionate and loving. Owl, you are definitely connected to spirit. You're definitely a spiritual person, a spiritual coach of some kind. Silence. There is a sweet embrace in nothingness. Stillness brings a presence of self fully embodied. I feel like you're an observer. You might observe people in their natural environments, or you don't really give advice until you've taken some time to figure the person out and where they should go, or you help them sit in the stillness and just think about what they want or need. Ooh, the veil. It's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell, a half-swallowed glimpse of all that you truly are or can be, that the tears you bleed are ready for the storms to turn the skies inward. So you're a veil, so the spiritual world can't really see you. You can travel into the spiritual world without being affected. You're protected. Frog. Healer. Definitely a healer. Like the frog before they turn into a prince. Like you help people go from a bad version of themselves to bettering themselves. You could deal with convicts, helping them get out of prison and really transform their lives into more productive members of society as well. Yeah, you help people with transformation. You're definitely a coach of some kind here. Ooh, Banshee. Heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. I don't like this card. But you have a dark side of yourself as well. If you know somebody that's horrible, you might do spiritual curses on people who like rape and harm people. Elements. Yeah, you're somebody who practices witchcraft for sure. I'm getting some gypsy vibes. You might do some gypsy magic, or you can, if you're wondering. Ooh, that's pretty artwork. Like sleeping, resting. Peace, compassion, forgiveness. These are the real ultimate sources of power for peace and success in life. The Dalai Lama said that. By cultivating peace, the profound universal wisdom within you will rise above greed to practice generosity wisely, transform hatred into acceptance and anger into loving kindness. Your conscious choice to transcend these delusive forces within you will be the moment you experience profound inner peace. Again, talking about transforming, letting those evil giant part of themselves sleep in the rest and transform into somebody who isn't all about themselves, cares about other people, does good, helps others. It's pretty artwork again. To me, this is like helping people to really, like if they had a mirror and they're looking at themselves, instead of seeing all the things they hate, they're starting to learn to love themselves. We have courage. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. J.R.R. Tolkien said that. Courage is a spiritual strength, taking you beyond all fear and resistance to remove internal and external blockages on the path. This is helping survivors who have a lot of guilt and self-disgust and anger about what they experienced. You're helping them release that and to love themselves again. And they're pretty artwork. It's like standing in your power, loving who you are, high vibes, looking upon the world with compassion. That's what I'm getting. Renunciation. Give up all ideas about yourself and simply be. There is a great difference between struggling in life and loving life. The practice of renunciation or voluntarily letting go will help you end the struggle, making loving life possible. For when you are not struggling, you can give all you have to love, to dream, to be who you truly are, to everything that you do wholeheartedly. So yeah, getting those people out of victim mode. I'm not a victim anymore. I'm not going to struggle. I don't have to put up with bad shit. You help them take their power back, which is beautiful. Ooh, koi fish. Very pretty. This is like going with the flow, big fish in the pond type of thing. Detachment. Manifest plainness. Embrace simplicity. Reduce selfishness. Have few desires. Leo Tazui? Tazu? I don't know how to say his last name. It's Tzu. Tazu? I don't know. When you are able to identify the natural tendency of the wanting mind for more, you will not be caught in negative emotions when you are unfulfilled. You can learn how to detach from the outcome and hold the pure intention of enjoying the process of whatever you are doing in the now. Welcome each day as new and exciting, and let unimaginable opportunities flow freely into your life. You help people let go of their expectations and just go with the flow. Good luck rubbing Buddha's belly is what I'm getting for this one. Happiness. The very purpose of our life is to seek happiness. The Dalai Lama said that. Happiness can only be experienced when the mind is quiet and the heart is open to making pure connections with your own true self, other people, and the world around you. This kind of happiness is only attainable by your sincere values of serving, giving, sharing, and creating for mankind's higher evolution. So you're a humanitarian. You get out there and you help people. Your whole life is about helping others. Snow Angel, the signs are with you already. This is a cold, hard time for a lot of people in this world that need help and encouragement and to feel love again and hopeful. You were built for times like this. Pile number 2, God bless you. Winged Seer, you see clearly, clairvoyance. So you might have a strong third eye, spiritual gifts, psychic abilities, precognitive abilities. Ghost of the past returns for a time. Helping people break free from toxic patterns about the past, whether it be racism, or like I was talking about when I was drawing the cards, like allowing people to have these beliefs that are toxic to people's souls, like in slavery, enslaving children, child labors, like also referencing that you help people with traumatic pasts free themselves from it. Ghost of the pumpkin patch, count your blessings. You help them see what is still good and what they still have to be thankful for. Angel de los Monturitos? Monturitos? I don't know, what is that word? Monturitos? Transitions to the spirit realm. Woo, you're Val. You can, like I said, you can walk into the spirit world and they can't see you, but you can see them. Fairy of the green world, the natural world needs you. Yeah. Let me go back to the beginning. We're in times of snow and death, struggling, tough, difficult times. You're here to make the earth green and happy and positive again. You're all about transforming people, and you're going to be very busy very soon. Poe, time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. This is how you're going to communicate and reach the people you need to help, is through technology. Lady with a botched egg. You have ancient wisdom. You're connected to past lives. You're very spiritual. You're very wise beyond this lifetime, if that makes sense to you. Again, referencing that you maybe have studied the past and how we're repeating patterns as far as psychology goes. Like, history will repeat itself if you don't actively take steps to make that happen. I feel like you're somebody who's actively trying not to let history repeat itself. You're meant to help people come together, to help people work together, to evolve into better people. Helping people find their strength, love themselves, be happy with their life. No more victim mentality. One ring circus. You work by yourself. You go into crazy situations, which this whole pandemic and how the world is evolving and changed, it feels like a one ring circus. This is when you come in. This is when you're needed. Magic prayer. Somebody, You're a powerful manifester. Spirit also helps you do your work. Follow the leader. People follow you. You're going to be a leader for great change. I applaud you, Pile 2. Good job. Helping people move out of tough times into calmer waters. God bless you, because it's going to be difficult for all of us light workers. The next decade, hold on to your seat, kids, because it's going to be a freaking wild ride. But we need you, Pile 2. There's many like you, and we're all going to be dispatched across the world. Ultimately, we're all going to work together on the same goal, but we're all going to be shifted spiritually to different areas. The world is a very big place. A lot of us, like you, Pile 2, you're going to be moving around as well, helping different areas. Magic Stream, helping people go with the flow, fill up their cups that are now dried out and they're parched and dying from dehydration. You're coming in to let that water flow. Let them be quenched of thirst and nourished and feel energized and hopeful again. You're to educate people on this new way of living, new spiritual. To put it bluntly, we're on a spiritual evolution. People have never been so free of mind and spirit as much as this is chaotic and everything's going on. 20 years ago, people didn't talk about seeing ghosts or being open with mediumship or talking about aliens and space travel and time travel and all this shit. We can openly talk about it. We have never been so spiritually free, and your spiritual being is here to educate people to continue to enlighten their minds. People are very broken. You're going to come in when they're at their worst. At their worst, broken, lost souls. This is the ones you're meant to help. To encourage them. I mean, look at this. Coming together. Encourage them to come together. Same message. It is always not lost. We can love each other. We can get through this. The world is coming apart right now. There's a great big divide, and people like you, Pile 2, are going to be helping to bring the world back together. Because right now, life as we knew it is dying. People are pulling away from each other. We're isolated in our homes. We don't want to come back together. We're kind of like segregating ourselves all over again. The world as people being close. As soon as technology came into our lives, cell phones, forget it. There's the connection between human beings, physical touch, physical compassion and empathy, and really looking at each other. How many times have you sat at a table with your family or friends and someone's just click and not embracing? Humanity is coming apart. Technology, times that we're in, viruses, anger over the past. It's dividing us. It's splitting us in half. And you're going to come in when people have no hope. They're toxic at their worst, and you're going to have to teach them and encourage them to come together. You have an important job in this world in these crazy times, so I would rest up. Because you're not going to get much sleep in the next decade once we're allowed to go back out and travel, and you're going to be moving and grooving, and Spirit's going to take you on all different kinds of crazy rides, but all for a good cause. So God bless you, pile number 2. Thank God you're here. Every light worker, like I said, I'm a light worker myself. Both and pile 1 is a light worker. We're all going to be given different tasks and different chores. So you're on the train of spiritual enlightenment. Center yourself, ground yourself, and be prepared. Because it's coming, go time, very soon. So God bless you. Stay strong. If this resonated, if it called to you, if you want more of these readings, please give me a thumbs up below. Talk to me in the comments. Hit the subscribe button to help my channel grow. I love and appreciate you all so much. Thank you for your time. I hope you're doing well out there. Stay strong. God bless you all. Love and light, people. And be nice to yourselves and be nice to other people. Because I know you're actively out there smiling and being nice to other people, but we forget to be nice to ourselves. Don't forget to be nice to yourselves. Tell yourself one good compliment moment in the mirror every day, whether you wake up or before you go to bed. And it'll slowly sink into your subconscious. Just being pulled to tell you all that out there. Have a good night. Bye.